Hey everybody, welcome to Daily Entomologist. Now that I'm done with all the ants, I'm moving on to the bull traps. So this video is basically how I process them. Alright, so some people do it a little differently, but I learned this technique when I was working in Arkansas doing wild bee research. Basically, it's quite simple. Just need a jar, piece of string, make sure it has a top, the samples, and a hairdryer. Let's take a quick look at the samples in here. Like, kind of difficult to see. We have moss, we got bees, bumblebees, so there's a variety of things in here. So I guess we'll just get started. Alright. So in case you haven't seen the video of how I keep my bolt traps preserved and all that stuff, go on my channel and look it up. Basically keep them in 70% to 75% ethyl alcohol, and I just put them in a drawer in the fridge. So to start out, I'm just gonna take a handful. I'm just gonna leave them out here for just a couple minutes, just to get some of that excess alcohol off of them. Alright, so I'm going to take the jar and put all of these into the jar. Okay. Once you take the piece of string and make sure like the screw on top is this the top. String over the jar, and then that way you have the top right here screwed on, got the specimens in the jar. Next is where the hairdryer comes in. So I'm going to move this back a little. Okay. And start drying them. Alright, so careful, because after blow drying it for a little while, it gets really hot. You can see bumblebees are fluffy again. They're back to normal. And you can see it works really well. And that's basically all there is to it. The bumblebees tend to take a little longer to dry with the amount of hair on them. So I've been blow drying for about 5 minutes now. Took me about 5 minutes to get to this point. So just be aware of that. The smaller bees take pretty much no time at all. Wasps are usually fine. It's the bumblebees that take up the most time. But after a while, they eventually get to the where you want them to be. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and pin these out real quick. Alright, so I got those pinned out, and just gonna continue on. As you can see, I have quite a few specimens in there to get through. And I have 8 containers of these as well, so hope this kind of gave you a little more insight of how I do the bull traps and everything. So probably do another video eventually. Well, I definitely will do a video, but as soon as I get more of these traps done and kind of go over different things that I collected in them and everything, but that's a little bit in the future. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Keep on bugging.